Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Airsoft, where today I'm unboxing this rather spiffing budget Double Eagle M56DL shotgun. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do like and subscribe because you're really helping me out. Quick point on safety, if you're going to do unboxings like I'm doing or anything, make sure you've been safe, eye protection on, nobody around, guns are loaded, all that kind of stuff, just to make sure. So we've got here the Double Eagle M56DL pump action shotgun with the retractable stock. Now the box itself, quite nice actually, it's as airsoft boxes go, pretty damn nice. Some nice pictures on there, a couple of bits about the accessories on there, telling us it's a 3-shot burst edition, and there's a hop up, and it is a fixed hop. So we got this from Taiwan Gun, which I'll put the order below, the link to the product below, and the order unboxing below as well. And costs us about £29.30, well, £29.50, about £30 we'll call it. So we've got a little manual, quite a nice little manual in there. Little target, just a little bit about how to use it, access the mag, that you can store one of the shells in the pistol grip, and how to clean it. Get those out of the way. Got your cleaning rod in there, hand it, and polystyrene retention. And there it is. Now, again, I'm quite impressed with the inlay as well, actually. I do like a nice box. It's, you know, makes change from the SEMA 500 series and what have you with their just polystyrene inlays. That's quite nice. So, we'll lift this out. Now, that's pretty light. It's not as light as the CM351 or the MP003 series, and most of the weight does feel like it's in the back, but that said, I can balance it quite nicely by holding the mag well. It is balancing quite nicely. You've got in there a little sling, which probably won't last too long, but it's good enough to put over the rear sling loop and the front sling loop, and just keep it over your shoulder as a backup for if you're going to CQB. You've got a speed loader. Under there are some 2s, which, as usual, we're probably not going to use them because they're questionable quality. And then we've got 3 30-round shells as well. So I'm going to take 2 out, get rid of the box. So there we have it. Now, it's quite a handsome piece, isn't it, actually? I really quite like this, especially after doing the MP003s and the 351, the CM351. I'm quite liking these. I'm quite impressed with them. So we've got here then what is a rather bigger piece than what we've been having. So we've got metal outer barrels, and I don't know if I can get the angle on there enough, but there is, and it's quite deep down there. There are 3 barrels. It is a tri-shot shotgun, and it's quite nice to hold. The handle itself is rubberized, like a soft rubberized coating, so it grabs nice and easily. The body itself is plastic. Again, it's almost like a texture to it, which, as you can see here, just from the marks from taking it out of the box a couple of times, it has marked already. The mag well is underneath. The little retaining button here releases the mag well. The mag cover is metal on quite a soft spring, but I would assume if you catch that, it will be soft, weak metal. It'll probably break off fairly quickly. So the magazine then, once you've loaded it up, it takes 30 BBs, and you get 10 shots of 3 BBs per shot. So that just slides in and clicks in, and the mag catch goes down. Now, let's try this one compared to the CM51. It does actually easily, without effort, shoot the shell out at you. I'll do that one more time. I'll pick that up in a second. So shell goes in, do your pump and shoot, and done with it. And out comes the shell quite nicely and happily. That pleases me that that's going to come out quite easily, particularly in mid-fire fight. If you know you've got a shell ready, maybe you've got one up the pistol grip, which we're onto there. Pistol grip is nice and rubberized, so a shell will sit in there, meaning that mid-fire fight you can just pull a shell out. You've got just slightly awkward reaching. I'm going to have to rotate. I've got quite big hands. I'm going to have to rotate my hand round and pull on the mag well, but I can pull that shell out, jam the next one in, and carry on pumping and firing. We've got a safety to obviously lock it out to make sure that we stay nice and safe. And then we've got an adjustable stock as well, which adjusts all the way off if you need it to. But there we go. locks out, that's its full extent. It's probably a little bit touch longer than an M4 stock. Feels, yeah, about M4 stock length. And you can, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Push the button and send it all the way in and lock it back into the home position. Takes a little bit of getting used to start extracting it, and it will come off fully. Now I can see what looks like a screw down there. You're going to need a fairly long screw to get down there. It does look like all the way down here there is an Allen key screw, which probably means that this can be removed and taken off. Now I'm not going to do a disassembly because this isn't going to be mine for very long, but it does look like it will come apart. So I'm just going to press that button. Once it's out of that home position, out of there, which is a little bit stiff initially, it still twists, but you just use the button to adjust it into the stock position that you wish. But with it in, it is very, very compact. Even if you're shouldering it, that is very, very compact and comfortable. The rubberization on the butt stock, on the cheek rest and the pistol grip make it really nice to hold. Now the pump then itself, it's not a particularly difficult pump. It's probably in line with the SEMA 351. So what we're going to do now is we'll cut to some shooting footage. We'll see how it performs, and then we'll see where that leaves us. 2-4. So, you've seen the shooting footage. Obviously, once again, for the range test, I must apologise. Obviously, I'm still working on trying to get somewhere really good to sort of shoot and do things. I'm looking ultimately eventually to set up a proper range so I can do a little bit better quality. But to gauge it out then, we were getting, sort of chrono-wise, we're getting 238 FPS up to 240 FPS, and we're getting about 30-ish meters. What we found is it is a fixed hop, it's not adjustable. None of the manuals obviously highlight any of that. We're finding that one of the barrels hopped perfectly with 0.2s. The other two barrels, they just kind of, they went, but there wasn't much hop there. On 2.5s, again, the same barrel obviously was producing like perfect hop, and it was going easily 30 meters, maybe a touch over that. It's hard to tell exactly. But the other two barrels were under hopping, and they were just kind of going their normal trajectory without hop applied. Now, obviously, as a CQB weapon, which a lot of people would buy this for and run this for, it's going to be perfect. You won't even need the 30 meters, you know. You're going to be that close that it won't need to take effect. Now, it could be that it's something mucky in the barrels. It just needs a good clean out. It could be that it's just not applied properly because it's so cheaply built. I would be interested if you've got one of these and you've been running it a while, has it bedded in and got better with time? You know, have you cleaned it and that's improved it? I would really like to know the sort of overall of that. But again, though, there's something quite satisfying to shooting it. That click, that bang when it goes off, and just the BBs come out the front, then having to pump it and reload it. You know, one of the reasons I love my KWA Recoil AK is the mag cutoff feature and changing the mag and then whacking the button to go again. And And that's kind of got that sort of feel to it that like you got to pump it and then you got to shoot it and then you pump it again, and just something quite raw and powerful about that. And I do quite like that. The performance is not absolutely outstanding, but it's a £30 shotgun. You know, it is absolutely cheap as chips. Even if it lasts you a few games, you know, it's a little bit of fun. I did forget to mention as well in the first part, there is obviously a Riz rail on top, and that's quite a nice little feature for you to stick a red dot on it or something like that if you wanted. You know, we see the funny pictures of people who've put like, obviously sniper type scopes on the magnifying scopes on those, things like that, just for sort of effect. But it gives you a little bit of an option there, and I'll stick one on the top for some photos at the end, which I'll use, which I always leave. 30 quid then, absolutely bargain price. It is plastic bodied, but feels really nice with the rubberization. Performance could be a little bit better, especially compared to like the MP003. The SEMA, obviously with the heavier weights. Cannonball, today was the day that you replied to me telling me the weights that you shoot through the 351, which is 2 5s and 2 8s. And you said 2 8s outdoor is really nice, so thank you for that. So all in all, I do quite like it. You know, for a bargain piece of kit, it's a pretty nice little piece. A couple of nice accessories. Again, lovely that they've gone for the 3 shells in there. Unfortunately, no longer have the 351 or the MP003s around anymore to test their shells. Well, the 351 even, it's shell in here. But the other way round, these shells didn't work and fit in the SEMA, just sort of to be aware of. So it may be worth sourcing the proper Double Eagle shells to go in it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Please do remember to like, comment and subscribe, particularly liking, because the more likes I get, the better I'll appear in the YouTube algorithm, and I would really appreciate that if you could help me get up that algorithm. So thank you very much. I'll leave the usual photos, and I will see you next time. Bye.